What's up, guys? DeRosa back with another episode of Gaming and Gaining. And in this episode, I will be reviewing the game Close to the Sun. Do not worry, there will be no spoilers in this video, and always be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, so whenever I upload a video, you'll get notified. Alright, so let's get into the review. Alright, so Close to the Sun is a horror adventure game that consists of solving puzzles and exploring a gigantic, eerie ship called the Helios, and exploring all the lives on the ship as well. The game has a problem with being very repetitive at times in its roughly 6-hour campaign, and in my opinion, falls short of being labeled a horror, but nonetheless still does an excellent job at enchanting you with its beautiful gameplay and the mysterious story. In the game, you control a character named Rose. She's a journalist who boards the ship to try to find and rescue her sister Ada, who is a lead engineer. It does not take long into the game to discover that Rose is in for a bigger surprise as she starts to explore more into the ship and unravel the hidden and dark mysteries that lie within.
I didn't write you any letter, Rose. There's been an accident or sabotage. It doesn't matter. We need to get off this ship.
So, that being said, let's get into the pros and cons about the game and whether or not I think it is worth the investment. Alright, for starters, this game is a solid first-person experience. You will feel in the game with its astonishing graphics, the atmosphere, and the gameplay. They had a lot of times in the game where I would just stop and simply just be in complete awe at how well of a job they did with the architectural designs and all the different colors. So on a scenery and atmospheric standpoint, you will not be disappointed. Alright, so secondly, as I'm sure most walking simulators share this common feature, the game has some pretty good dialogue and character interactions. They had some really good moments of strong line delivery to where you can really feel the energy from the voice actors. And finally, I really enjoyed the idea that the Helios secretly worked on projects such as like time machines and exploring parallel universes. You can read like the blueprints on them in the game and learn about the test trials that were done and actually see the machines in action. Those sci-fi concepts and themes made it a little more enjoyable for me to get through. Okay, so moving on to the cons. Con number one, in my opinion, to classify this game as a horror game is a bit of a stretch. In my opinion, I think that they justified it being a horror game because of some of the gruesome and terrifying moments throughout, such as like mangled bodies and blood. It is a little bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear this, just mute me or fast forward maybe 10 seconds. But you'll quickly learn that the monsters that are killing people, after seeing their textures and designs, it's really hard to feel scared of them. Nothing really about the game actually made you sit up in your chair or feel tense with fear. If seeing blood does that for you, then sure, you'll be scared. But even the little bit of jump scares that the game provided makes it hard to label it a true horror. Alright, and my second con. The game feels very slow-paced and tedious with puzzles that are almost elementary to solve and very repetitive. Some of the puzzles and mechanics of the game are a bit oversimplified and frustrating, and it reminded me that navigating through a beautiful world needs to be just as important as seeing a beautiful world. There's really no brain busters in this game as far as solving puzzles. If you can solve one puzzle, you can solve them all. Number 3, so most of the game is spent walking through hallways and reading notes or documents to unlock the next area of the ship. It did get boring at times and made the experience feel a little bit dull. So, lastly, the game did have several chase scenarios that felt really out of place. They felt pretty tedious and a bit forced. During these chase scenes, you have to perfectly navigate with wonky features and controls to maybe like jump over an object or turn left or right. And if you fail to do so, you'll die and you'll have to restart the same chase over from the beginning. This was a struggle to get through at times because it does not do a good job at making it clear which way you should go with, unpredictable debris or a closed door. So plan on spending time watching loading screens, having to replay the same section over. Weighing in on these pros and cons, I believe that the cons actually outweigh the pros. You're looking for a very slow build-up, a very slow-paced game with beautiful features, and you can overlook the basic gameplay with primitive puzzles and riddles that need to be solved, then I would say go for it. As far as being able to play the game over again, or for me to actually suggest it to a friend, probably wouldn't be something I could confidently say they would enjoy. So, anyway, that is my review for Close to the Sun. Thank you for tuning in and watching the video. I hope you all liked it, and be sure to leave a comment below with any questions that you might have. Alright, later y'all.